Welcome to the Right Hand Drive Guys podcast, the show for guys who like right hand drives. As always, I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
Yo.
And this is episode 61, the wheel episode.
Yes, the wheel episode.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a little bit now as far as, wheels are such a huge part of any piece of artwork, right? Yes. Wheels are... I don't know what to compare it to, but wheels are such a
They're like shoes,
piece.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, for
sure.
some people, you can have so many sets tucked away in your closet, your garage, whatever.
Yeah.
But you can only rock one set at a time.
Yeah.
Kind of like shoes on your feet.
Kind of like shoes, yes, I agree.
I could get that comparison.
Yeah, so being such a huge part of any build, we're like, we got to do a wheel episode. Finally, this week, I was like, we're doing the wheel episode because it is kind of long overdue. And another thing, about wheels, kind of like shoes, is that everyone has their own flavor.
Yeah.
So, our plan here today is to do a top 10. We'll each kind of go through from 10 to 1, our favorite wheels, any other specs or colors or anything that you have based on that. And we can have two totally different lists.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think, two guys that share a garage, both have Skylines, both kind of grew up in a similar kind of import culture, and we can have two separate lists without talking to each other that have 10 different things on each. So
yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah. So we'll get right into it. And of course, if you hear one of us, shout out one of these wheels, you're not sure about it, on the YouTube, we do in video and we overlay pictures of the wheels and stuff. Yep. So you can use that for reference, or hit us in the DM if you're like, hey, I've never heard of those, or where can I buy those? Whatever. We'd love to help you out. So let's do it. Top 10 wheels each. You start. Number 10.
Number 10 for me, it's going to be the Advan GT.
The Advan GTs.
Yes, this is a newer style wheel. Newer being not from the 90s, I guess you could say. It's typical 5-spoke. It's got awesome concave. Comes in awesome sizes.
Yeah.
What's not to love about it?
It's like they have like a decent amount of colors too, right? Because I've like seen them quite a bit, but I've never looked into them for myself.
Yeah, I all the time, I always see them in black.
In black, me too. Yeah,
a lot of the times. But I'm sure there are some other colorways out there that are cool.
Still cool, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice, just classic 5-spoke, good looking wheel.
Hell yeah.
You can put it on anything. It'll probably look awesome.
So number 10 is Advan GTs.
Yeah, that's me.
And okay, so for my number 10 is the Work lead sleds. The lead sleds,
that's
baby.
the wheel people love to hate.
Yeah. And shout out the homie Richie.
Yep.
If you haven't checked out his episode, we did a one-on-one with Richie about his EK9 Civic Type R, but Richie had a red EG. Yep. This is an iconic car for me personally, in my mind at that time.
Yeah.
This is like 2008. 2009-ish. It's a red EG, backyard special spoiler, super clean. I don't remember, did he have a B18? I don't remember what he had in it for a motor. But yeah, it was not...
some sort of B.
Yeah, it was sick. But he had the Buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust with the lead sleds on it. Dude, and it just went so hard on these wheels.
Yeah, I remember when he first posted that, I hated it because the whole car had this track inspired type of build. It had the gutted interior, this Buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust,
seats,
it had this full track build, but it had on these goofy wheels, but then it grew on me a lot, and I was like, actually, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
because you're never gonna see those.
No.
you still don't see them that often.
No, hardly ever. And it was super unique, and it really matches his personality. Yeah. Once you meet him, and you're like, oh, okay, I see. So yeah, the work lead sleds, if you don't know what those are, definitely Google, hit up the YouTube, whatever, because, super, super unique and
Yeah.
something you would expect to see, maybe on a VIP car or something else.
They always made them in small sizes.
Yeah.
Too. I don't think I ever saw them bigger than a 16.
Yeah, and I think his maybe were 15s, but I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And
They were
wild.
sick. Yeah. So number 9, what do you got?
Number 9. I got the Rega Masters.
The Regas. Hell
The
yeah.
Regas. Another 5-spoke wheel. Can't say anything bad about it. They make, just like the Advent GT, they make awesome sizes.
Yeah.
And it seems like all these wheels, they all have like a GTR spec that's like fits these cars perfectly. Or, well, not my car, it's a GTST, but I make them fit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it fits nice,
Yeah, like they all threw out that spec knowing at some point or another that, people are going to be looking for pretty much anything that spec.
Right.
And they were going to be one of the options. Yeah, I think the Rega Masters are dope. Another thing, on that subject is they really go with a broad variety of cars. Like they look great on Hondas, they look good on Toyotas, they look awesome on Nissans.
Yeah.
Like that's
even like
one of the wheels.
It's a European wheel too, right?
Yeah, I think originally, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's funny because they probably go great on those type of cars too.
That's what I was about to say. Like, they would probably look great on any Euro car too. Just the way they look, it's just like a classic, perfect look, I guess.
What color?
White for me.
White, white
I'm
or
a white
dope.
wheel guy.
Yeah, I think I've seen Richie actually has a pair of the white Regas
on his EK9 he has now.
Yeah, so from a Skyline to a Civic Type R look dope on both.
Yes.
Where some wheels they really don't cross over like that. So, all right. So number 9, Regas. Got it. Number 9 for me is the BBS LM. That's obviously a classic wheel.
Dude, yes. That's one of the 2 classic Japanese wheels that you always see out there. Always see out there. It's insane.
Yeah, and I personally like the gold face, and this is one of the only times you will hear me say this.
Yeah.
One of the only times you'll hear me say with the chrome lip. The gold face with the chrome lip on the LMs, that's like sick for me. Like that on like a black GTR.
Yeah.
Just damn.
Yeah,
but
your GTT, right?
Right,
like
yeah. Those look good. Just like that offset obviously isn't quite that more aggressive offset like the GTR. But even so, those were sweet wheels and they command quite the price out there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah, just about everybody, their mother and their brother knows what a BBS LM is pretty much, but if you don't, Google it up. And it's a classy wheel, I would say. I feel like there are classes of wheels, and they kind of fit, sport, kind of performance look, whatever.
Right.
And these are definitely classy.
Yeah, you could put those on your Sunday driver all day.
Oh, yeah. So, number 8, what do you got?
Number 8, it's actually going to be the 5-Ziggin FN01 RCs. And if you're watching, it's one of the wheels up there, the white 5-spoke. Another 5-spoke.
The 5-Ziggins,
I don't know if you see a trend going yet or not.
Yeah, 5 spokes. So the 5-Ziggins, are those still in production?
I don't think so. I think they've been long gone.
Long gone.
The set that I have, I actually...
Tell us the story. Tell us the story. Yeah.
I bought them brand new.
Dang.
In 2008 when I was building my 180SX. Bought them from Injuku Racing.
Wow.
In the 17x10 plus 12.
Injuku back then.
Yeah, and I had to do a broke boy status. I had to order a pair.
Dang.
And then, save up a little bit, order another pair, and I eventually got them, but one of them was a different color. So I ended up painting them, and dude, I don't know how many times they'd been spray painted over and over again.
And just color changes.
And just on probably like 9 cars, 10 cars or something like that throughout the time.
The man's had these same wheels on 9 or 10 cars.
You know
That's
what I mean?
wild. Yeah.
And then, once I got out of the cars for a while, they just sat on the shelf in the garage at my dad's house. And whenever I picked up the R32, I was like,
bring them out.
yeah,
Bring them out.
yeah. The light bulb went off. I was like,
I got wheels.
I got wheels. I don't know if they'll fit, but I got wheels.
And now you've had them like stripped, powder coated. They're like a super nice finish. No more spray painting for you, boy.
No. I had to clean them up, do them right, do them justice, and then throw them on the R32. And I rocked them for the first year, and they're awesome. They're one of my favorite wheels. Another one you can throw on anything. It's got a nice concave 5-spoke.
Looks badass.
Looks good.
So the 5-Ziggin, what, FN1?
FN01 FN01RC.
FN01RC. So if you don't know, look them up. As he said, they're probably discontinued, so you'd have to scrap around, find a used pair. But again, another classic wheel that you would see in these magazines, back in the day, like all the time.
Wasn't super high end or anything like that. It's one of those that was in stock everywhere, but like throughout the time, they've just all disappeared. And
who knows? They went to the crusher.
Yeah.
So
what's up?
For number 8, I have a pair of Volk CE28Ns.
Nice, dude.
I would have these in bronze, probably. Bronze. I've had a pair in white on my Evo 9 MR, and I really liked them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not terribly hard to clean. They have kind of like I don't know, not to say a different look, but for raised wheels, it's more of a unique look. So, yeah, I mean, I really like those, and I had them in like a 18 by 9.5 or something like that.
Yeah, good size.
Yeah, they looked really good. So, yeah, if I was 8 deep in searching for wheels, I would grab some CE28Ns.
Yeah, they had some cool colors too.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember with One Drop they had like the mag blue, and like
those
this
are
crazy
legit.
bright orange. Like they had some pretty wild ones.
Yeah, I feel like it's at one point it was one of their kind of models they were really focused on. And now obviously they've expanded but it's one of those classics in the archive.
Right.
Yeah, so that was number 8. What you got?
Cool.
Number 7.
Number 7, I got the Work Equip 05s.
The Work Equip 05s.
Yes, this is only one of a few multi-piece wheels on my list. So it is a 5-spoke style, just like my previous ones.
Yeah.
And these, I mean, it's just can't go wrong with them. And a nice color on the face with a chrome lip. I think it'll look great on anything, especially if it's fitted right. And it's just one of those, can't go wrong with it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the Equips are definitely one of those classic wheels that have really like been featured on some of the best builds out there through multiple makes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those are for sure. I agree. Those are just one of those wheels.
And I mean, they're not. It's not that they're common, but there's a lot of them out there. And I think like people like VR Wheels and like I think 3-Piece US making the lips for them, and so pretty much you can buy a trash set that's been curbed up.
Yeah, as long as your face is good.
As long as your face is good, you can get lips like
barrels.
You can,
Mm-hmm.
all day you can have a nice set of wheels, like no matter what.
Yeah, no, I agree. Those multi-piece wheels, 3-piece wheels, like for sure. When it comes to rebuilding, it's like, oh, scrap these.
Right.
Yeah, have the face refinished, and like you're off to the races if you got the money. So number 7 for me are. So you'll notice I'll have a few like kind of more Honda specific wheels because I spent a lot of time in the Honda space. And so Gab Sports makes it's pretty much the only set of wheels that they ever made. It's like maybe like a 10-spoke, but they came in like red and white and blue, like these different colors with a chrome lip.
Yeah.
They were kind of hard to find. At one point, obviously, they were plentiful, but now you can't find them really at all. But these wheels, I just really like the look of them on the EKs. Like when, you slam the EK on the Gab Sports, it's like
It's a good
just
look.
this really good look. So I had to make sure I got these in on my list, especially the fact that kind of like some of these wheels that you've shared, you're just not finding them, know?
Right.
And so to bring the name up just is going to ring a few bells in some guys' heads listening like, oh, shit, that's right, the Gab Sports, dude. They're going to be Googling them, trying to find some for sale. So, yeah, number 7 for me was the Gab Sports.
All right, cool. Number 6 for me is the Inky RS3.
The Enki RS3s.
Yeah, the Inky RS3. It's another multi-piece wheel. It's a 3-spoke.
3-spoke.
And I've seen these in like really awesome specs. There's a set on eBay right now. It's I believe 17 by 10, 17 by 9.
Dang.
With, lower offset. So they're pretty cool. They're cool looking wheels.
So
I mean, they're Inkies, but like they're the older ones where
right.
I feel like they're quality.
Before,
not that they're not quality
like
now, but.
they had such a big market.
Right.
Yeah. What color?
Silver, white. Either one. White, probably.
He said silver, white. Yeah, hell yeah. And it was the Enki what? Repeat that.
RS3.
RS3s. Yeah. Okay. So that was number 6?
Number 6.
Number 6 for me, another set of works, the VSXX, the gold face with the chrome lip.
Yes.
Like, right, like these type of wheels, it's not like the BBS LM, but kind of. You know what I'm saying? Those wheels that aren't just straight, 5 spokes, that they have these crisscross patterns in different mesh, right? And so to me personally, right, and you may feel the complete different way, and that again is the beauty of the whole wheel thing, right? Is like I think only those style wheels look good with like a chrome lip like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the only type of wheel that personally gets me excited when it has a chrome lip.
Right. Me too. I
So
feel the same way. Like, yeah.
Like these, like dope. Like, you get me a chrome lip on some of these other wheels and I'd be like, probably not, So, if you haven't seen the work VSXX is definitely, look those up. Those are a real, I don't know, like you see those on some really dope builds.
Yeah. And they're another one of those that they make lips for and barrels, and that I feel like that kind of blew up the market on those a little bit too.
Yeah, and so I've been seeing way more, and it's not just these wheels, but a lot of wheels, way more refinished ones. All of a sudden,
exactly.
out of the blue,
or step lipped, where it's up a size.
You're like, damn, are these brand new? You're like, oh no, wait, they refinished them. How the hell did they?
Right.
Oh, these guys are making this shit now.
It's kind of crazy.
So that's my number 6. What you got for the number 5?
All right, it's a long one here. You ready?
Yeah. Okay.
The Rays Vesta Trial Triforce Zelda.
The Rays Vesta Trials. One more time. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
The Rays Vesta Trial Triforce Zelda.
The Rays Vista Trial Triforce Zelda 9000. Like what?
Yes, if you don't know what
I don't. I have no clue. I'm looking them up right now. As a matter of fact,
they're another awesome 3-spoke. So, Trial, that shop we visited the first time.
What is it? Rays Vista?
Vesta with an E.
Sorry, not to interrupt you, but I gotta see what deserves this.
Triforce.
Triforce.
Not like try, like trying hard.
Oh shit! Not try like tri-state. Oh my god! I can't do this. Delta?
No, just Triforce. Just it'll come up.
Oh okay.
Bam.
Oh yeah.
You've seen these?
Yeah. Some of them say trial, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
okay, keep it moving. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much awesome 3-spoke. They always, or not always, but the good specs have a nice lip, and it's just one of those
some
classic
of these
designs.
look pretty dope.
And plus, Trial is a pretty cool shop.
Yeah. When you said trial, I'm like trial.
Yeah.
And then I remember I've seen these wheels with the trial on them. It looks sick.
I think I have a screenshot of an R33 GTR with those on it, and it's like a whole ad. Maybe it's a GTST, but regardless, it's an R33. And I don't know. They're just one of those wheels that you look at and you think almost immediately of the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a good one.
Do you have like a obsession with 3-spoke wheels? I'm just.
We'll find out. Coming soon.
So the trial Triforce Delta.
The Raise Vesta Trial Triforce Zelda. Okay. I mean, usually they're just called Zeldas or
Zeldas.
Triforce Zeldas, whatever. That's just a long name for them, I guess you could say.
Yeah, no,
their government
that's cool.
name.
That was pretty exciting. Number 5 for me is the tried and true TE37.
Yep.
But in Takata green.
Oof.
Yeah. So I had my first right-hand drive car. Yeah, my first right-hand drive car. I was just making sure. I didn't want to put any false info out. Was a 99 Civic Type RX. And I had Takata green TE37s in 17 inches. They were like an NSX spec, but square. And so I had those on my CTR, and, we got them with a little camber, and they set up real good. And so since then, I've just wished I could get like a set back, just because they're like the original Takata green TE37s, not like the replicas or the powder coated ones, but those originals were just like so awesome. So if I could had a Civic and got TE37s, I would have to do them the Takata green.
Yeah, got to.
That's number 5.
All right, number 4 for me is the Advan AVS Model 6, and if you don't know what these are, it's a 6-spoke wheel. It's usually no matter what width you get, it's flat faced. If you get a pretty big width and a low offset, it's got this huge back spacing, and it looks pretty cool. It's just one of those flat face wheels that I don't know, looks period correct. And
so this is a 6-spoke.
Yeah, this is a 6-spoke.
Okay. 6
divided by 2 is 3.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, dude. So say the name one more time. In what color?
It's the Advan AVS Model 6. And in white.
Okay,
white would be my color. And they come in like the GTR spec. 17 by 9 plus 18, I believe, which is right there.
Yeah. For 17s, that would be nice. So that was number 4?
That was number 4 for me.
Okay. Number 4 for me is the LMGT1 in white. I'm going with you with
in white.
Yeah.
Whoa.
In white. The LMGT1s, and this is another one of those multi-piece wheels that, the lips and the barrels are getting remanufactured or whatever. And so I have definitely seen a ton of these kind of floating up for 10, 12, 8K, depending,
It's insane. Yeah, I keep seeing a set pop up for 8,500, and I'm like,
it's crazy, dude.
They're a beautiful set of wheels, but holy cow, $8,500, dude.
I know.
That's money.
But it's low production, right? And they are scarce. But now that you do have these like lips, like we're talking about here, now you're seeing, again, these ones that pop up and you're like, dude, are those brand new?
Like what is going on here?
Whereas maybe, let's just say 5 years ago, that was a set of beat-ass wheels.
Yeah.
Beat-ass.
Like completely wrong spec.
Yeah, exactly.
Just terrible.
So
no one wanted them.
Right, and now, they bolt on these 2 new pieces, and boom, these are $8,500, $10,000 wheels.
Yeah, it's insane.
But I love them. I have always loved them. I mean, I like any pretty much LMGT wheel. Like, I like the progression of them. Yeah. I like GTR spec LMGT wheels.
Yeah.
But Yeah, that's me for number 4.
Word. Number 3 for me is going to be the Advan AVS Model 5.
Oh, shoot. Okay, cool. I see where we're going with this.
All right, it's another one of those great 90s wheels. If you've seen Fast and the Furious, the first one, I don't know if any of our listeners have,
I doubt it.
but Letty's 240SX.
When she rolls up to the sandwich shop. Yeah.
Those are AVS Model 5s.
Yeah.
That's the first time I probably saw them.
Yeah.
And
Didn't even realize
it probably.
Yeah.
But they've always been a favorite of mine. Haven't got my hands on a set yet, but it's one of those that's always in my save searches on eBay.
Yeah.
Looking for that one to pop up.
Just waiting for somebody to hop off one. Wow, I can only imagine in the next few what one of these wheels is it going to follow suit here. So my number 3 is another Honda wheel, the Mugen MF10 in bronze. I like these wheels on Integras. I really like them on Integras, and I also like them on EK9s. I did notice that they were making like FL5 spec, and I was like, I mean, that wouldn't be so bad. But I've just always liked these out of the Mugen wheels. You know, like there's also like the R&R and a few other ones, but the MF10 was really like, it's like a 10 spoke skinny spoke wheel.
Yeah.
And yeah, bronze just goes hard on like a championship white Integra Type R.
Can't go wrong with it.
Hell yeah. Number 2, what you got?
Number 2, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I got the Advan.
Okay.
The Advan RA3 DT, which
Okay.
it's a 3-spoke wheel.
Yeah. Is that these?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The ones I got.
Sorry. Okay, so your number 2 is an Advan wheel, another Advan wheel.
Advan wheel,
Okay.
another 3-spoke.
Another 3-spoke.
And it just looks awesome. It's a little bit different from the SA3Rs that are probably like the most popular, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little more flat. I don't know. They look awesome. I love them. I want a set of them.
Listen, dude, is Advan paying you on this episode? Like, dude,
dude, I wish.
Come on, dude. But that's dope. I hear you. I mean, a lot of times, like when you find a wheel manufacturer that checks all the boxes, it's hard not to be a fan of almost, a bunch of their wheels, right? Like they're obviously hitting that part.
And plus, a lot of them are from the time that these cars were made.
Right.
So, like, just the styling of them is
More,
matches everything already going on. So, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. The period correct thing, like a lot of guys will harp on that, and that's a hard thing, right? Like, 100% see it on both sides. Like, period correct generally means more expensive.
Yeah.
So like that's hard. You get a guy that
and more work to find
and
stuff.
more work and sometimes more work to get to the condition that you're looking for. So that's what's hard is like for me it's like, hey, do your thing, it's your car, like, but I do get the blend of period correct and newly re-released parts and these different things is like sometimes, dude, it just doesn't add up for the checkbook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for my number 2, another set of Honda wheels, and this is absolutely my favorite set of Honda wheels, and it kind of crosses over with a set of wheels that you had. This is probably the closest that we've had.
Yeah, for sure.
The Spoon SW388s in matte black. That is like, to me, that's iconic Honda.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the Spoon, EGs and all in the NSX and these different cars that ran these type of wheels, that was like the poster, like Hondas for me. Yeah. So it naturally, the SW388 is like, it's a simple 5-spoke, like it's a Regamaster.
It's a Regamaster.
Yeah, but like
pretty much.
it, like
different stickers.
Yeah, it's a simple 5-spoke wheel
Yeah.
in matte black that just like, especially with their race cars being blue and yellow, just like neutralized the whole thing. Like, yeah. So
it made it work.
yeah, and I would really, really, really love a set for this FL5. Like, that's probably why I haven't gotten any wheels for it, because if I can't get these, I kind of don't want to spend the money.
Right.
You know, like I could put TE37s, you know, those are kind of a dime a dozen for this car because they've put out those specs, but the SW388s get all bought up in those limited releases, of course, you know, and so, yeah, I mean, number 2 for me, definitely my favorite Honda wheel, the Spoon SW388s.
Boom.
Number 1. Dun, dun, dun. What's it gonna be?
All right, go ahead.
I'm like
guess.
freaking out playing with my cord. Like, what's it gonna be? Because we have no, I have no clue what it's gonna be. I showed him my list kind of before.
I'm sure you could
but he didn't show me his. So
well, it's gonna be the wheels that are currently on my car. The Super Advan SA3R. Bam.
Yeah, boy.
In the GTR spec of 17x9 plus 22.
Yeah, like those wheels are cool. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of less than like 5 spokes, if you know you didn't notice, but these wheels I think are cool because I like the center cap, like the way that they styled that, and like the decals around the outside made it like, I don't know, just feel more like a track wheel, so to speak, than like a cruising wheel. And so, yeah, like at first, when you first like started bringing, and if you're watching on YouTube, we got a few sets of these out front.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
When you first started bringing these things around, I was like, oh, Jesus, what is this guy doing?
I'm like, dude, just wait. Just wait.
And I'm like, oh, man, like just seeing more sets show up, and I'm like, all right, dude, like, what are you doing? And then, you know, had this set refinished. Because originally, what color were these?
These were originally the blue lip with black face.
Right. So,
and that always fades off. So they kind of look.
Yeah, they looked a little. Yeah, and I mean, like, I guess the blue wouldn't be bad, but not for this car, for sure. But yeah, once you like got them refinished, I was like, oh, okay, like. They're white, but yeah, I mean, you know, like I'm just obviously me thinking like dirt, but like then you put them on the car and actually fitted it, and I was like, oh shit. Then I used to catch myself checking them out at Tokyo Auto Salon on cars and shit, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Slaps yourself.
Yeah. But now I get some respect for them, so that's dope. What originally got you, you know, into the 3-spoke? Lifestyle, 3-spoke lifestyle.
Well, the Advans specifically, like not these exact wheels, but this setup and spec. I first saw the first, like, I don't know, I guess you could say street drifting car that I saw. Is pretty much just like a 240 with like a cage and an SR that had like a standalone AEM. This was like back in 07, 08, something like that. That dude's car, he had these wheels, and I always thought they were sick.
Yeah.
So, and that was also the first, like I said, you know, pretty done up 240 that I saw once I got into those. So they just always stuck in my head, and then, I mean, I always liked them. And then this set I saw pop up on Marketplace, I believe, and ended up buying the 4 that are on my car as well as 4 more.
Dang.
So a total of 8 all in one sitting.
That's legit, though. I mean, you got what you needed.
Yeah, pretty much. And, you know, just got a few spares kicking around now.
Yeah, now you got a bunch of stuff to put on your kitchen cabinets and whatever else, right? Interior decorations. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you tell your girl. Like, hey, no, I'm buying interior decorations, babe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is art.
So my number 1 favorite wheel, which I currently have 2 sets of, is the Rays LM GT4 in matte black.
Wow.
Yeah. And so why do I like these? I mean, they're clearly similar to the TE37s,
Yeah.
you know.
Missing a
and
spoke.
yeah, but like just the style of them. And so when, of course, like I start really looking into these different versions of the LMs, and so I'm like, what do I want here? And of course, like once I found the LM GT4, it was all over. That's the only wheel I want on my Skylines.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just like,
Yeah, they're made
I
for
don't
it.
know. Yeah, I
They're
mean,
literally made for it.
they are literally made for it. And I know there's so many wheel choices for the cars, and I see so many Skylines period with different wheels on them, and I totally love it. But like for the three that I will have, this is the only wheel that will be on there. I think it's just, and I have gloss. The ones behind us, those are gloss. I prefer the matte, just because they don't these turn matte,
right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like if you already had matte, that would be kind of nice, you know. But yeah,
those are sick.
I mean, they're sweet wheels. I'm sure you've seen them. A lot of people have them, and that doesn't bother me.
I've seen them on other cars other than Nissans too. Like,
yeah, me too. Actually,
I've seen them on like a Supra. I've seen them on like a
people getting
DC5
funny
Integra.
with them. Yeah,
like all
I mean,
kinds of
they
stuff.
are sweet
But
wheels.
they're sweet wheels. They just say Nismo on them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but they're sick.
And it's like one of those. I don't know. It's one of those wheels where like what you're saying. A lot of people have them, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say with GTRs, a lot of people have them. Doesn't really matter.
No,
It really doesn't. It's not like, oh, those are played out. Oh, everybody has those. It's like, no, those are like the wheels for the car, right? Like that's like what it is. So, yeah, I've always loved seeing other cars with them on there.
I think it's pretty cool too. Like they have like knurling on the inside of the bead
Yeah.
to keep the tire from slipping on the
Yeah,
Amari spec.
On
I
the
guess.
Amari specs.
Always thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just another little thing, right?
Yeah.
That they do. So yeah, I mean, top 10s for us. We just figured we'd kind of throw these out there, and if you think we missed something that's on your top 10, hit us with the DM. Like, let us know.
Better not be no rotos.
Yeah, no, nothing fake. Like this is JDM Wheels, not like CDM or whatever the
Not your
Chinese stuff.
CCW classics.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we did just we got a Facebook group. If you want to hit us up on there, it's RHD guys JDM boys. There's been a ton of good discussion and posts in there, so we've been having fun with that. Of course, all the other socials at RHD guys, and yeah, if you want some of the merch, rhdguys.com. We're all over it. For episode 61, the wheel episode, I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
See ya.
Peace.